hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is my review for Queen Sugar. Okay, Queen Sugar Season 4, Episode 1. I'm telling y'all, I love y'all think I love my ratchet shows. I love these other shows. Queen Sugar, Pose, Greenleaf, the Snowfall. I can't wait. All the goodness is coming back, y'all. It's coming back. And I can't wait. But anyway, okay, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole J-Bird, J-Bird, dun 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 dun, and all that good shit. It's warm, so if y'all hear my fan, it's because, you know what I'm saying, it's 80 degrees here in Michigan at 2 o'clock in the morning. Wait, maybe not 80, it's like 70 some degrees right now, and I'm just like, girl, it's just warm, so just deal with it. Anyway, do not forget to also to like this video, share this video, comment on the video, okay? But don't forget to hit that like button. And any questions you have, I'm pretty sure I answered in the description box below this video. And let's just get started, okay? The episode starts off Nova, okay? Nova out there doing her book. Nova wrote a whole book called Bloodlines, and what was it called? Damn it, why didn't I write it down? I did, but I wrote it down. It's Bloodlines and something. I think Blessings and Bloodlines and stuff. So she wrote her book. She's on like the little preemptive tour where she's recording stuff for the book, doing little stuff because the book is about to come out. And I'm like, it's about to be released and it's getting rave reviews. However, her family does not know the book is about to come out so soon, and they also don't know what's in the book. They don't know what she wrote because she's been keeping it close to the vest. Okay, so I'm like, Nova girl, I feel like, don't stop doing that. But I mean, she's just very happy about it. We see her talking to the editor, with her publisher, her editor, who told her that it's going to be like on the best times review list for them to review what it is. And as she's talking about it, she seems very, very nervous. And she's talking to a little friend or whatever, maybe not a friend, maybe a work friend, okay? And she's like, did your family not know what's in the book? She's like, well, they know I wrote it. They just don't know, like, what's really in it. And she's like, girl, okay. And she brings up how I don't want anyone to think that I wrote it as a salacious, gossipy thing about my family, my sister, and all these things. I want it to be something different. And well, you might want to tell somebody what's in it, Nova. Okay, tell the people what's in it, girl. So we also see Charley. Charley up there, girl, getting rubbed down. Okay, her and Romero are at like a little resort, they've been on vacation for the summer. So she getting a whole massage. They getting a little couples massage. I'm like, oh, her and that man is getting serious because she went on the whole trip with that man. Okay, all right, Charlie girl. Now we know Charlie been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? So she get a little rubbed down, and we see, then he get up and he start kneading into her body. Okay, speaking Spanish, and she speaking Spanish back. So he didn't tell her Spanish. I'm like, girl, Spanish, girl, speaking love languages and stuff or whatever. That may be French. Anyway, she like, yeah, it's almost time to get back to the real world. He's like, the real world? She's like, yeah, because my girlfriend will be back. It's about to be harvest again. So while she's been on this nice little vacation with this sexy, is he Mexican? No, he's the girl, I was going to say French. Well, Mexican-ish, Puerto Rican, I don't know. But with this man, she has to realize I have a whole life to get back to that who maybe does not know the extent of me and his relationship. So he like, for right now, don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? And your Spanish is getting real good. She say, that ain't the only thing that's real good. I say, what else real good, Charlie? Girl, what else real good? Let us know. Anyway, so I'm like, yay, Charlie. Charlie needed some rest and relaxation, okay? We also see Aunt Vi in Hollywood. They are still on their honeymoon, you know what I'm saying, traveling the world. Remember, Hollywood got all that money from that accident thing that happened at the job. And so, he got some money. And so for the honeymoon, they had a whole little around the world spree. And Vi is also getting some ingredients to take back to her place. She's gonna have a storefront, Aunt Vi's pies and cakes and burgers or whatever. And so they enjoying life. And she do ask him, is Remy gonna come back? Remy gone somewhere. I'm like, okay, Remy, stay gone, because Remy was messing with um Nova. He was messing with Charley. He need a break. Okay, Remy, go sit down somewhere. But anyway, them two are enjoying life. And last but not least, y'all, last but not least, okay, my baby daddy looking like a whole snack. Okay, don't he look like a whole snack, y'all? Ralph and look. Ralph, girl, look, ladies, okay, and I know maybe some gentlemen, okay, I ain't gonna discriminate. Look at this man. Okay, look at Kofi. Okay, look at Kofi, also known as Ralph Angel, as my rock. Look, Ralph Angel is a whole bunch of people's baby daddies. Okay, he up here looking like a whole snack. Okay, I'm like, girl, ain't look good. Anyway, cause y'all know Ralph Angel is the chocolateness of him, the voice of him, the strength, but also the rough edgedness of his voice is amazing. Okay, reminds me of somebody, but I'm not gonna say who. Anyway. Okay, so move on. But he looked like a whole African king. But I must digress. He out in the field working his land because what I'm saying, he owns all them acres. He's been doing good. He got the little staff. We see Benny still working there. We see Prosper still there working or whatever. And so Prosper has brought him some mail that the mailman had for him. He said, well, this one letter looked important, so I came to bring it to you. Okay, and we opens it. It is a letter from the state of Louisiana, you know what I'm saying, the state of Louisiana, letting him know that his parole has officially ended as of May, whatever date. So he is officially a free man. He is no longer on probation, parole. He ain't got to answer to nobody. He is all set and done. He has paid his debt to society. So he is a whole free baby daddy, looking like a whole snack up in these streets. So, and Prosper tells him how your daddy, he's looking down on you, and I'm pretty sure he is pleased and proud of what you have accomplished. Because remember, Ralph Angel in season 1 and Ralph Angel just on season 4, episode 1 is a completely different person. Okay, by the way he act, how he talk, even how he look. Okay, he look more distinguished. Okay, he look like a successful farmer up in these streets. Anyway, Prosper leaves and everything, and Ryder starts running. Like he starts running, down the fields or whatever, and he's just freely running, and he just screams like, yeah, because he's so happy to be free. He made it, y'all. So many people don't make it to be off parole without going back to jail or without getting caught up in some other bull crap. And he has, withstood, got past, okay, that thing. And so I'm like, it's really, really cute. So we do see him later on talking to Blue. And he showed Blue the letter. He like, this letter came or whatever, and this means I'm no longer on probation or parole. And he like, what's parole mean? He's like, oh, this means, when you did something in your past that's bad, you have to be on parole. And you know what I'm saying? It's one of them P words we talk about, you know what I'm saying, that, we gotta do or whatever. But, he just explained to us somehow, I'm better now. And it was real cute. They were dressed in the same overalls and everything. I'm like, girl, my baby daddy, my baby daddy. Okay, anyway. So they then have a whole second line, down to advice, pies and burgers and food. Okay, so they do the whole little second line to the new restaurant, have the whole ribbon cutting or whatever, and they have a whole great time at Aunt Vi's Pies. And she really just bought, well, not she, her and Hollywood bought her the old, what's it called, the old yellow, the high yellow place where she used to work, and now she owns it. Okay, she owns it, and it's called Aunt Vi's Pies, and she's gonna have like burgers or whatever, but she wants to have more different cuisines because she's traveled the world now, and as she said, I'm a world traveler, okay, and my palate is a plenty, okay, it's a plenty. I'm like, all right, cool. So we do see a couple different conversations happening while they're at, Aunt Vi's for the celebration of the opening of her store. We see Charley talking with one of the councilwomen there who has came to just congratulate Aunt Vi for, opening up her store. But we see that she's also friends with Frances Boudreaux. And Frances Boudreaux is that lady, the sister of the bourgeoisie we don't like, okay? And she's also sneaky deaky, okay? She kind of played Charley before, and when the councilwoman says how she, the gift she brought was one for her and one was for Francis. Oh, Francis. Well, her family, the laundry, donated to my campaign or whatever. So whatever we can do to get the job done, we're gonna do that. And she's like, oh, okay. And it made her like, things are going on, but what is it? Now we also see Rod talking to two dudes. Now at first I'm like, who is these two dudes? But I realized one of them is the cop friend of his, who we saw maybe in season 2, um, who happens to be transgender. And I'm like, okay, cool. So the cop who was when he was a female knew Rod in school, and Rod like protected him at that point when he was a her. And now that he is a he, okay, they still good friends or whatever. And he's a cop now. And so it was him. And I thought the other guy was maybe his probation officer, but I can't remember. But they was chit-chatting like, okay, you are papers now, whatever, and you are such a good thing in society, whatever. You should have a re-entry program for people who are, are coming back, out the system. And he like, I already got one. You know what I'm saying? I got Benny who works for me, and I don't need, many work like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't need all that. And they like, but still, it can make your daddy proud to do that, and it can be a way of giving back, you know what I'm saying, for this and that. And I'm looking like, no, you can't force that man to do that. Not saying it's a bad thing for him to have a re-entry program, but if he don't need it, ain't no point in him having it. Just because if you can't afford to pay them people some money, don't hire them people. I'm saying that, and they ain't gonna want to work for free. And I don't want just any person re-enter, because some people who re-enter wants to go back. So I'm like, it was what it was. He gonna think about it. Okay, he gonna think about it. Now we also see that Darla. Okay, Darla is back, and we know Anvi is not too keen on Darla. Now Darla in this picture looks real get out ish, like the maid lady, the face, and I'm like, I don't know if it's her hair. I don't think I like her hair right here. She looks different, but she looks healthy. She's not doing drugs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She is a part of society now, and so that's cute. So she come to pick Blue up. We know Vi don't really care for her because all that foolishness going on. And so when she walks, she's like, "Hey, congratulations, Vi. Thank you. You want some cake, some pie? Go ahead on, go get your plate." Like, that's an auntie for you. An auntie who don't really care for the situation, but she won't be mean about it, but she'll be real. Go ahead on, you know what I'm saying, get you some food, you know what I'm saying, you here, that's cool, but get on my face now, okay? And I'm actually like, why? She trying, me and her, we are co-parenting with Blue, it's great. I say just because you and her is passing Blue back and forth between y'all two like some stale bread, don't mean that's the best y'all can do. I'm like, stale bread? But goddamn it, what's going on here? But I get what she mean. Like, y'all really co-parenting just because y'all like, okay, I have them, you have them. I have them, you have them. Co-parenting sometimes can mean like y'all really be doing things, not sex, not sex, but just, different little family stuff or whatever. But I mean, Darla have done the things, but so is Ralph Angel. Anyway, and they still mad about the whole thing because she, told Ralph Angel that, Blue wasn't his, and that was the whole thing. And Blue had the whole DNA, not Blue, Rod had the whole DNA test and found out that Blue really was not his. So that whole thing, damn, it crushed the whole family. But of course, no one knows about it except family. Okay? So, we see that whole thing. Then we see, now we kept seeing how Tevin Campbell was on social media. The singer who be singing, "Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want," that Tevin Campbell. So he was on social media like, "Oh yeah, I'm so happy that, I got a chance to be on the show, and my character." I'm like, "Oh, we gonna be on the show? Who he gonna be? Who Tevin Campbell gonna be? I wonder who he gonna play." And Tevin Campbell played somebody's cousin, okay? A cousin of a friend of a cousin who can sing, and he came and sang "Amazing Grace" at the opening of Aunt Vi's Pies and Burgers and Things, okay? And I'm like, he started singing "Amazing," "Amazing Grace" or whatever. I'm like, can he just sing one of his songs? Can he sing one of them? I'm gonna listen to Tevin Campbell at work tomorrow. Girl, focus. But yeah, he came and sang a song, was dancing around with the family, because he's like a cousin of somebody's. And I'm like, so is he gonna be back to sing more songs? Like, Anything else? Just that? No? Okay. Anyway, so Taylor Gamble was on there, and that was his role. Anyway, so we then see, people walking around talking, chit chatting, or whatever. And you see a woman talking to Nova, like, hey, my sister who live in New York said that your book coming out, and it's a whole big thing, whatever. What's your book about? And you gotta get it. I don't want to talk about it. She keeps avoiding talking about the book. So Hollywood realized, okay, she avoided talking about the book. You know what I'm saying? She hiding something. So when he go in the kitchen asking her for some more pasta, he like, what's in that book? What is in your book? Because it ain't like you to ever not talk about what you got going on or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? You never have not talked about your work. What's in the book? Okay, Hollywood. I was gonna tell y'all. He like, look, I made vows to your auntie. Okay, I made vows to her that I will always, honor, protect her, and not lie to her. Like, you, whatever you got. He like, if you are telling secrets, if you wrote about even 25% of the secrets in this family that I am aware of, you owe all of us a heads up, okay? And just know that, because I would not allow you to hurt Vi. And he walks away. The pie's over there. I said, come through, Hollywood. Let her know that you want her to be responsible enough to let y'all know if she finna come shoot y'all in the back or the foot or the face. Either way, let us know what you got going on, okay? And she looked nervous, okay? She looked nervous, a little shaky. But again, her book is about secrets that are being held, but we don't know what secrets, about who. Is it about her? Is it about them? We don't know what it is, okay? But I digress. So Nova keeps having this little dream or whatever, and we see it's her, Ra, and Charley as kids say, oh, the food's ready, come get dinner. And they run to get the food, and as they all running away, she falls, like she trips and she falls. When she gets up, she's like an adult, and it's her adult self looking around like, what's going on? And then she see adult Rod and adult Charley, and they looking at her like it's some bullshit. And so she kind of wakes up. She's having these dreams because she know she on some bullshit, okay? On some complete bullshit in some kind of way. Anyway, so, but we know what's about her book, Blessings and Bloodline. So we see Charley and what's his man name? Romero. Is it Romero? I think it is. Romero having a whole conversation at her house. Now, the whole summer they have been dating and frolicking and doing things and getting to know each other and, getting closer and closer, closer than close. Now, is this the same man? This may not be the same man who played him last season. I can't remember. He looked different right now. I'm thinking about that. Anyway, they had this whole summer romance, and he like, I was just thinking about things, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, I know things may change now. She's like, what are you talking about? Like, what's going on? And he's like, Micah coming back, and with your son coming back, I know it may be hard for you to introduce me to him or whatever, and I'm just kind of figure out, what's coming up next. And it's like, I'm just like taking it day by day, I'm living in the moments of it all, but I really love how thoughtful you are and how you think about things that I'm not even thinking about, because you want things to be easier. He's like, love, care about. I think it's, wonderful that you are so thoughtful. But she told like, it's like, I don't want to stop seeing you. I want to continue, but she also does not want to like just put it out on full blast that they like a couple, but neither of them want it to end. They want to kind of keep seeing where it go. And now I'm like, I don't think Micah should meet him just yet. Like, I mean, you can know that's not a friend or whatever, but I mean, that ain't my boyfriend. Ain't my boyfriend or whatever. But they both are happy to keep dating. Anyway, so from there we do see Ralph Angel and Blue playing catch in Little Park or whatever, and Blue can't catch too well, and a little girl who can catch very well catches the ball and says, "You can't catch nothing. You got the butterfingers." I'm like, yo, rude ass little girl, get your ass with my son, is what I would have said. But, I digress. So, she's like, I don't have butterfingers. Can I have my ball back? And she's like, you want to fight for it? I'm looking like, fight for it? Okay, she's a rough and tumbling little girl. And so her mom like, baby girl, whatever her name is, get the boy's ball back. And go, Robert Angel, no, it's okay. It's okay. Y'all can go play and have fun. And she's like, you want to wrestle? He's like, let's go to the bouncy house. Like, calm the fuck down. And so you can kind of see the daughter is a little bit boyish, okay? And you know, with Blue is very delicate, okay? He's very much so, this is free spirited, you know what I'm saying? This child. He's very much so just a child. And so Rye and the mama start chit chatting. Just chit chatting. I see you, Ava DuVernay. I see you. Anyway, you know, Rye is telling her how, you know, that's my son, and you know what I'm saying, he's a little, you know, he's a little bit different or whatever. Did I get her picture? I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Nope, I didn't. But he's just telling her how, you know, Blue play with dolls, so you know what I'm saying, he gets it because she's saying how her daughter is very rough and how the girls don't really like to play with her because she's like a tomboy. He's like, I get it, my son like to play with dolls. She's like, oh, well, that's good that you allow that. He's like, it's a toy, you know, toys are toys, not a big deal to me. And she's like, oh, you know, that's good. I'm so and so. He's like, and I'm Rob Angel. I'm like, every time I hear him introduce himself to a woman, I feel like someone's panties around the world just drops. Okay, every time Ralph Angel introduces himself to a woman, a man somewhere is sleeping with a woman for that exact same reason, solely because Ralph Angel has introduced himself to a woman. But I digress. But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, there's gonna be something going on between them two later on. Anyway, from there, we see Nova, and Nova goes and she kind of meets with each person a little bit. She goes see Charley at her office, like, oh yeah, hey, like, can we talk? She's like, oh, I got a meeting to get to. I'm going to this thing later on where I'm getting honored for some award, but it's something really quick. I have to make sure I even make it there. Oh, I was going to give you my book. So she gives her the book. Oh, because before it comes out, I want you just to have a copy of it, you know, before it comes out. Okay, but she don't really say, I need you to read this shit immediately. Okay, yes, immediately. Okay, immediately is like, oh, you know, whenever you can, you know, pretty soon. Immediately means do that shit right now. Okay, just cancel all your appointments and sit down and read that shit immediately. Okay, so Charley has the book too, but Charley has to leave to go where she has to go. We then see her go to Aunt Vi's restaurant, and she sneaks in. Okay, she sneaks past Hollywood, goes into Aunt Vi's office, and leaves the book on Aunt Vi's desk without saying shit to nobody. Okay, and she purposely made sure nobody really saw her go in there and put the book down. She then goes out to see Rye, and you know, Rye and Blue was out there. You know what I'm saying, vibing the sun and shit up. Excuse me. And he like, hey Nova, what's up? What you coming out here for, girl? And then, oh, I was came like to bring you my book or whatever, you know. It's gonna be coming out soon, so I want you to have a copy of it. You know, it's gonna get a chance to just, you know, just read it or whatever. And so she takes it in the house. She's like, all right, go, you know, go put it down or whatever. And so when she goes in and she puts it down, on the table, okay, she puts it out on the table, and when she does, this is the look she has as she leaves the book on the table. She looks worried. As she's giving each person the book, she looks like shit. Like, it's all these emotions bubbling up inside of her because she know it's about to be some bullshit going on. And she's trying to, because we can tell she's been putting it off as long as she could. And now she's one by one in each person giving them the book, but not really saying like, hey, I wrote some things about you in this book and it's gonna come out. Okay, so she's nervous and she's trying to like give them the book without being around them when they read it to avoid the wrath of her family. So my girl, Nova girl, you in trouble. Okay, all up and through. So anyway, from there we see that Charley is at her little the women's empowerment thing award ceremony. She got a whole award for how great she is and this and this and this. And as she's about to start giving her acceptance speech, a whole punk ass reporter, can I ask you a question? And she's like, oh, okay. It wasn't even time for questions. It wasn't time for questions. Do you really support women? She's like, what? What are you talking about? Did you really support women? Because then you know, your sister's book says how, you know, you basically paid. I got an advanced copy of this book, and she said how you paid off that lady your husband slept with, how you was the person who, threatened her and did this and did that, and you had and she's like, I don't know what you talking about. She then quoted Nova's book, or Nova was saying how, oh, my sister is this horrible person because she participated in the threatening and the this and the that, and like exposed Charley for that whole situation with that woman, when she also knew that Charley was under the impression that the woman was lying. And once she found out the woman wasn't lying, she gave the woman what she wanted because the woman wasn't lying. And I'm like, no, you ain't shit, girl. Girl, the way she dogged her sister, like she basically said Charlie wasn't shit. Okay, and don't support women because of because of this one situation with a person who accused her husband of doing something that she thought was not true, that she thought was not factual, until she found out it was factual. It was actual and factual. Okay? I'm like, girl. And so Charley is like, I don't know. She's shocked. She's shell shocked. And all the women in the audience of this meeting or whatever, they pull their phones out, they recording, they like, oh, she did, oh my God, she paid us, like they all like, okay, this is juicy gossip. And I'm like, Nova girl, how would you not want to and you just told your sister, she just told you she was going to a women's empowerment, I'm getting an award for this and that and the third. Like, you didn't call her a whole woman hater in your book. You didn't want to warn her, Nova? I'm like, girl, oh Lord Jesus. So she leaves the conference thing, goes home, gets her a whole bottle of wine, and read the book. Okay? And she's shocked, blindsided, because she full hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray. Okay, all of that and above. So she took the whole night and just read the whole book. She calls Rye first thing in the morning. He sleep, get up groggy, still looking handsome. Okay, looking like a whole snack in the morning. Okay, and he like, Charlie, it's early. What's wrong? He like, she say, have you read Nova's book? He like, nah, what's going on? She like, look, we need to talk. Don't read the book. don't read shit till I get there. Like, just promise me, Rod, that you will not read that damn book until I get there. I'm on the way now. And so he like, all right, fine. You know what I'm saying? So she leave out to get there immediately. Okay, immediately. On her way to Rod's house, she calls her lawyer because, again, it's early in the morning, so ain't nobody answering phones. And she's like, I need you to submit paperwork for a cease and desist for my sister's book. I need it to be done ASAP because, again, Nova has put things in this book that wasn't nobody's goddamn business. Okay, that was not Nova's business to tell. And the way she described it, I'm like, oh, like, my sister was a part of the systematic, girl, when people use the word systematic, I'm like, oh Lord Jesus. It's girl, that's your sister. And again, she did something when she thought the person was lying. Oh, so sad. Anyway, we then see at the restaurant, out by Hollywood there, and he went to her office to get something, and he see the book sitting on the desk. So Vi did not know it was there. He like, oh God, Lord Jesus. So he's kind of flipping through, and he see the part that she got in there about Aunt Vi. Girl, got said how Aunt Vi, how people be in there, be up and living lies, keeping all these secrets. I'm saying it's a shame how people, claim to be really strong black women like my Aunt Vi, who was nothing of the sort. I'm looking like, Nova, you in trouble, girl. When it said, my Aunt Vi was nothing of the sort, okay, I said, oh Lord. And Hollywood don't look happy at all. We then see Ralph Angel, okay? Now Ralph Angel at the house, okay? And even though he said he wasn't gonna read it, guess what he doing? Reading it all up and through. Rod sitting there and he reading it and he getting pissed. Now, did I have a picture for? Because they was both reading it. Okay, they was both reading it like, I can't believe this shit's okay. Wow, that picture's so huge. Lord Jesus, I can see the picture before I post it up. I'm looking like that's a huge bitch. So again, Charlie's reading it. I'll make it a little bit smaller. Charley's reading her, reading the book herself. You got Rye over here reading the book, and they both look like this is some bullshit. I cannot believe what my sister is writing about me. And so, in Rye part, when he's reading what she wrote, you know what I'm saying, that how Rye is not Blue's birth father. And does that make him any less of a father to his son when we as his family is keeping this wholehearted secret that he is not blood? I'm looking like, Nova girl, Nova, you on top of girl. I'm just like, I just, I could not believe it at all. Now I should have got a picture of her at the end part, but I didn't, so I'm not gonna go back and try to get no picture. But Nova is at the end of the episode. Is at her father's grave. We're at the family grave, and she's talking to her daddy. Okay, talking to Ernest. How everyone is afraid. I'm afraid everyone would not understand. What I'm doing, the reason I'm doing it. She said how I did it so that they can see better and be better. I grew up with too many secrets, and so did you. And I'm hoping that we can all be as free as you wanted to be. So give me the strength to see this through. And I get what she mean by that, but however, you can't force people to live their truth through your words. Not only that, you can't force them to live their truth by telling it to the world. To the world, Craig. To the world. Nova girl, you in trouble. And it's gonna look, the preview for the season, baby. The preview for the season really looks like, what I'm saying, it's a whole thing where it just looks so good. And I cannot wait to review the whole season. So again, thank you for tuning in. Okay. I'll be back next week for another episode. I am Jay Lee. This is Jaylee's Corner. Peace.